Hey everyone, welcome back. Today we're doing a deep dive on email marketing funnels.
Yeah, super important stuff, especially for startups and online businesses.
Totally. And I mean, I don't think everyone realizes how much money there is in email marketing.
Yeah, you hear people say like email is dead, but
So far from dead.
I know, it's like they don't realize that like for every dollar you spend, you can make back like $40.
40. That's wild. Okay, so we had a bunch of research on this topic you sent over, so let's just like jump right in and try to make sense of all of it.
Right.
So maybe like the biggest thing to start with is that people misunderstand email marketing.
Yeah, for sure.
Like it's not just about like sending a bunch of emails and like hoping people buy stuff.
It's definitely not about spamming people. It's more like you're trying to like build this journey for customers.
Okay.
So they go from just like hearing about your brand to becoming like total fans.
Oh, wait.
Like raving fans.
Okay, so we're talking about like a funnel then, right?
Exactly. It's like a funnel. You start with a wider audience and then you're kind of guiding them toward a specific action, like making a purchase or signing up for something.
So could we maybe like back up for a sec?
Sure.
What exactly is an email marketing funnel? Like how would you define it?
So an email marketing funnel is basically like a roadmap that outlines all the steps a customer goes through.
Okay.
From like first finding out about your company all the way to becoming like a loyal customer.
Okay, I can see.
And like each step of the way, like each stage of the funnel, you're matching it to where they are in their customer journey.
Oh, that's interesting.
It's kind of like you're walking right alongside them, offering advice and giving them like these little nudges,
That makes sense. So it's not really about selling as much as it's about building like a relationship.
Exact.
And like trust. Right.
Yeah, exactly. And it's super important these days because like people are just bombarded with marketing messages everywhere they look, So you got to cut through all that noise and like make a real connection with people.
Right. Okay, so let's talk about the different stages of the customer journey then.
Yeah, okay.
All the research we looked at mentioned like awareness, interest, consideration, conversion, retention, and then even advocacy.
Right. So like each of these is a key stage in the funnel.
Yeah.
And each stage needs like a different approach and different messages to make it really work.
Okay. I am officially intrigued. Let's break each of those down.
Okay. Sounds good.
So first up, awareness. What do we do to make that very first connection?
Well, you want to get people interested, but you don't want to like hit them with a sales pitch right away.
Right.
You need to show off your expertise first.
Okay.
Maybe share some really valuable content to like establish yourself as like the go-to expert in your industry.
So like blog posts or infographics or
Yeah, exactly.
maybe a quiz.
Yeah, something helpful that really addresses people's problems and like draws them in.
Okay, so we've got them interested.
Right.
What happens in the interest phase?
Now it's time to turn that spark of interest into like a full-blown flame,
I love that.
This is where you really show them how your product solves their problems.
Okay.
Case studies, demos, webinars, things that give them a taste of the value you offer.
So you're not just telling them, you're actually showing them.
Exactly. You want to make it super clear how you can improve their lives.
Got it. And then I guess they move into this consideration stage.
Right. So at this point, you want to back up everything you've said with some solid proof.
Proof.
Testimonials, reviews, case studies, anything that shows real people getting real results.
So basically you're showing them that they're not taking a risk by choosing you.
Exactly. Nobody wants to feel like they're gambling with their money.
Right. Okay. And then we get to the big moment.
The conversion.
Conversion, yes.
This is where you bring in the promotional offers.
Okay.
Discounts, free trials, bundles, anything that gives them that final push to become a paying customer.
Awesome. But the journey doesn't stop there, does it? We want them to stick around.
You got it. Retention is all about keeping those customers happy.
Right.
Sending personalized follow-up emails, giving loyal customers some exclusive content, maybe setting up a loyalty program.
So basically you want to keep them engaged and feeling valued.
Exactly. You want to turn that one-time buyer into a lifelong fan.
Love it. And then if we do everything right, they might even become like advocates for our brand.
Absolutely. That's the ultimate goal.
Wow.
You want them to spread the word and tell their friends how awesome you are. Things like referral programs, exclusive events, or even just opportunities to like contribute to your community can really make a difference.
So we're really talking about building a whole community around your brand.
Yeah, that's the idea. And email is like the perfect tool for this because it gives you that direct line to your audience. You can nurture those relationships and guide them through every stage of their journey.
That makes so much sense. But of course, there are like some specific strategies involved in building a funnel that actually converts, right?
Oh, yeah, for sure. There's a whole art to it.
Well, I'm dying to know the secrets.
Well, let's start by talking about segmentation. So segmentation basically means you're dividing up your email list into smaller groups.
Gotcha.
Based on like shared characteristics or behaviors.
Oh, okay.
So instead of sending like the same generic email blast to everyone, you can send out super targeted messages that are way more relevant to each group.
Oh, I get it. So it's kind of like instead of shouting to a whole crowd, you're having more like one-on-one conversations.
Yeah, exactly.
With people who actually care about what you're talking about.
Right. Like you could segment by demographics, like their age or location, or by purchase history. So like people who bought a specific product or spent a certain amount of money.
Oh, that's smart.
You could even segment based on like what they do on your website.
So like pages they visited?
Exactly. Like who checked out a specific product page.
Okay.
Or people who added stuff to their cart but didn't buy it.
Abandoned cart, yeah.
Right.
Okay, so it's all about sending the right message to the right people at the right time.
Exactly.
That's the key.
Okay, cool. So what about personalization? How does that fit in?
So personalization is like taking segmentation to the next level.
Okay.
It's using all that data you have to make your emails feel super tailored to each individual person.
Right.
So they feel like you're really talking to them directly.
Oh, that makes sense. So it's more than just like putting their name at the top.
Way more. You can mention past purchases, recommend stuff based on what they've looked at before, or even just like wish them happy birthday, you know?
Okay, yeah, that is next level.
Yeah.
But even with all that,
right,
a boring email is a boring email.
Absolutely.
So what can we do to make sure the content is something people actually want to read? Oh, yeah, the content is super important. You got to give people something valuable, solve their problems, and keep them entertained.
So no more boring sales pitches.
No. Think more like blog posts, how-to guides, maybe some behind-the-scenes stuff.
Oh, that's cool.
You could even share curated content from other sources.
Oh, like that.
The goal is to keep them coming back for more.
Makes sense. It sounds like there's a lot of creativity involved in this.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
But it also sounds pretty overwhelming, honestly. Like all these different things to think about, segments and personalization and content.
Right.
Like how do you even choose the right software to manage all of that?
That's a great question. There are a ton of different platforms out there.
I bet.
But some key features to look for are things like CRM integrations, pre-built templates, segmentation capabilities. You want good analytics and definitely automation features.
So it's almost like finding the right sidekick to help you manage all of this.
Exactly. Someone to help you streamline everything and get the most out of your efforts.
Cool. But even with the best software, you still need to make sure your list is healthy, right?
Oh, absolutely. List hygiene is so important.
List hygiene. What's that?
It basically means keeping your list clean.
Okay.
Full of engaged subscribers. It's like tending a garden. You got to get rid of the weeds.
The weeds?
Yeah, those are the people who aren't opening your emails or clicking on anything.
Oh.
And let your healthy plants thrive.
I love that analogy.
Yeah.
Okay, so how do we make sure we're attracting the right people in the first place?
One thing you can do is use double opt-in.
Okay.
That means people have to confirm their subscription by clicking a link in an email.
Oh, right.
It might seem like an extra step, but it makes sure that only people who are really interested are getting your emails.
I got it.
And then it's important to regularly clean your list.
Okay, how do we do that?
You can send re-engagement campaigns or just remove anyone who hasn't opened an email in a while.
So quality over quantity.
Exactly. A smaller list of engaged people is way more valuable than a huge list of people who are just ignoring you.
That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
But honestly, all this talk about strategy and tactics and everything makes email marketing sound pretty complicated.
I know it can seem like a lot.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, it's really about relationships.
Right.
It's about treating your subscribers like actual people.
Right.
Not just email addresses, you know? Give them value, build trust, and create a connection that goes deeper than just selling stuff.
That's awesome. I love that approach. So what does all of this mean for our listeners? Like, they're hearing all this stuff. What should they do?
They need to start being more strategic about their email marketing.
Okay.
Don't just randomly send stuff out.
Right.
Take the time to understand your audience, their journey, and how you can guide them to becoming not just customers, but like real fans of your brand.
Yeah. Fans. Okay, cool. And what if they're feeling overwhelmed by all this talk of funnels and automation and everything?
Well, don't worry. We've got something special to help them out.
Oh, really? Tell me more. Okay, so there's hope for people who are just getting started with email.
Oh, yeah, definitely. We know you're busy, so we put together this free step-by-step guide to help you set up your own email marketing funnel.
Oh, wow. What's in the guide?
Pretty much everything we talked about today, broken down into easy steps.
Oh, cool.
So you can start seeing results right away.
Awesome.
Like understanding your audience, mapping out their journey, writing great emails, and setting up automation.
So it's like having an email marketing coach in your pocket.
Exactly.
I like it. So how do people get this guide?
Just subscribe to our channel and leave a comment on this episode with the phrase email marketing funnel guide.
Easy enough. We'll send it straight to your inbox.
Yeah.
And for anyone who wants to take things even further and maybe work with some experts, we highly recommend checking out Dreamsoft Technologies Canada.
Yeah, they're great.
They've helped a ton of businesses grow online.
Yeah, anything from strategy and design to like full website development.
Perfect. Listeners can find them at Website Redacted. Okay, before we wrap up this deep dive, let's leave everyone with one final thought, something to really think about.
Okay, here's a challenge. Imagine you're getting your own emails.
Okay.
What would make you excited to open them?
Ooh, that is a good question.
What would make you feel like a valued customer?
Yeah, like what kind of emails do you love to get?
Exactly. Think about the words they use, the content, the tone, everything. What makes an email stand out?
And how does it make you feel?
Right. When you understand what really resonates with your audience, you can build a funnel that not only converts, but actually creates those deep relationships.
Relationships that help your business grow over time.
Exactly.
And that's what it's all about, right? Email marketing isn't just about making a quick sale. It's about connecting with people.
Yeah, and building something real.
That's what makes businesses successful these days.
For sure.
Well said. All right, that's all for today's deep dive on email marketing funnels.
Hope you enjoyed it.
Don't forget to subscribe, leave us a comment for your free guide, and check out Dreamsoft Technologies Canada.
Keep those emails engaging. We'll see you next time.